right. So, I molded over to try to put together a snow weather glam. And I had one in mind that looked really good on one of my alts, but it doesn't really look good on this character. So I've opted to just not. I'm just gonna wear this. Immersion be damned. I am looking forward to seeing the other characters, however. A frosty reception. I'm told the airship pilot has been sent to meet you. Ah, there he is. Alright, this is where we go our separate ways. Do be careful, won't you? I modeled your clothing on what Alphino and I wore when we journeyed to Lord Horshafant's falling snows to Ishgard for the first time. In those days, I barely knew one end of a sewing needle from the other, and as you've always had very individual tastes, I let you pick your own outfit. I'd like to think my skills have improved since then. But do you know what's more important than skill? Heart and soul. There's plenty to be found in each and every one of my works. Aw. Oh, solo duty. Uh-oh. Okay. I believe they said that Mumbrida's parents are in the Rising Stones. I want to see them. And even if they aren't, I want to check up on the Rising Stones. Wait, these aren't Mumbrida's parents. Oh. Well, if it isn't Mistress Scarlet. Long has it been since we last met, but surely you haven't forgotten, have you? It is I, Artemis, formerly of the Maelstrom and the Crystal Braves. Upon returning from my mission abroad, Tataru called me to the Rising Stones and asked me to prepare for the worst. And though the worst has yet to come, I must abstain from indulging in a glass of wine until after it has passed. It has been quite some time, hasn't it? As I recall, Ishgard was still at war with Nidhogg's brood when last we spoke. I hear the Dragoon from those days is a scion now. As for Artemis and I, we recently returned from a mission in the provinces where we built up an information network at Riol's behest. The man's a tyrant, had us working every waking moment. Any road, the two of us have been tasked with keeping watch over the Rising Stones, but I'm keeping a closer watch on Artemis and his alcohol intake. Last thing I need is for the man to be a drunken stupor when trouble comes our way. It's finally time for a dreaded solo duty. It's an honor to finally meet you. We of the Garland Ironworks will be ferrying you and your contingent across the mountains and into Garlemald. For many of us, it will be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable Imperial defector. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition. Our resources are at your disposal, and if there is aught we might do to be of further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask. If you are ready to depart, I will ready the engines. Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Oh boy. You will be required to participate in battle. Your progress will be saved at certain points. Oh my god, it's one of these? You enter battle associated and log out from the game, the progress will be lost. Okay. This scares me.
Ilsabad, divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly? On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius, the winds howl in icy protest, as if to warn against further trespass.
Oh my god, Graha!
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party. They have sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials. Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps? Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they're led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
So, what's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment?
Jay. Oh my god. Some interesting outfits for people. I see that Lise is wearing an Alamegan Resistance outfit, which I think is fitting. I saw Graha's rebel coat, but the color doesn't suit him. I see Y'shtola back there. I haven't gotten a good look at her outfit, but it's nice to see her in white again.
Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments. And once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies. As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most. I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
They just put Graha in a rebel coat, but that's not like really suitable for this setting, for this battlefield. Now, what is Thancred wearing? Oh, nice.
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular a fashion as possible.
Okay, I just realized they're gonna probably make us play as a bunch of the Scions again. They're definitely about to make me play as Thancred again, and I wonder who else. And that's huge, because we haven't played as any character more than once. So that's huge.
Y'shtola always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. All right, once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's Magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. The blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan. and we should all live to see tomorrow.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
Am I Thancred? I'm Thancred, aren't I? You're gonna tell me I'm Thancred, right? Okay. Thancred, congratulations on being the first character who gets played as twice. Oh wow. It's me, Thancred. Okay, well let's go.
Keep your wits about you.
It's time.
Oh,
We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
oh. Oh my gosh. Oh, my thing fell off. Well, they didn't see me. It's okay. I have a very short time to do that.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
Very good. All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point. Must be losing my touch.
Damn. I was doing so well, too. Oh, that was the wrong button.
Must be losing my touch.
This is bad. That was bad. This is really cool, by the way. I don't have a lot to say just because I'm so, like, enamored by this. This is really cool. Damn, that was cool.
You are returned. none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
The blizzard's beginning to clear. The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now, if they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but... Wait! Something's coming!
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
Oh my god.
Fighters! Protect the others! A brief respite, but stay alert. Keep the carriages safe.
What impeccable timing! Fear not, friends! The savior of Ishgard is here!
A fine display, but the other carriages are still in danger. Go on ahead. We'll hold the line.
This is actually nuts. Just what I'm feeling now, it's nuts.
Time we put our backs into it then!
This is actually
I've been
insane.
itching for a good scrap.
Oh my god!
You lot alright back there? We're fine and ready for more. Hear that? Get to the front and turn the tide.
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
Oh.
It's nothing that won't heal in time. The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
That I did.
That's Vigilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
Am I gonna be Lise? I've never been Lise before.
There's no end to them.
Oh, it's me. I'm just me, is all.
I was wondering when you'd turn up.
Is that a new Red Mage withdraw
stopping us now.
weapon animation?
Come on. Let's show them what we're made of.
Alright.
We have them now. Forward!
Right! Let them have it!
As a raging bull!
I'm really scared someone's gonna die at the end of this duty. I don't know who, probably a Manolane, but like, I'm so tense right now. I don't think it's gonna be one of the main scions. I just have a really bad feeling someone's gonna die. Oh my god, they got the step group. I'm just...
Ah, Vigilia.
I'm so tense right now.
Do not fall behind!
And the step group is okay. I'm particularly scared of the fates for people with voice acting. I'm very scared for Lucia. Oh my god, I'm so scared for Lucia. I think someone's gonna die here. I'm so nervous. Oh my god.
Is everyone all right?
Ah.
Kneel or die! Tremble before the sun!
May your screams fill the air!
Duty complete? So... Okay, I was Thancred and then me twice. Okay. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, I'm scared.
The worthy adversary! Rest, recover, reclaim yourself. Then we will fight again, to the death. Sadu Hatun!
I'm scared for Sadu. Oh, Magnai.
That was the last of them.
Cyrena and Sadu are dating, actually, so, like, I want them to be okay. Oh my
The day is
god.
ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan?
Oh my god.
Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
So cold and unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain. "800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here. Bested by the Kavosi, after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes. In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth, freezing, hungry, desperate, hated. The chosen forsaken. In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly sparked the Magitech Revolution. How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum? Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks? Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone. Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed, bitterly so.
Oh my god.
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
We can consider the question after we have made camp. If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
Camp Broken Glass. Man, it's just insane to be in Garlemald right now. So many years and we're here. Just wow. Shouldn't be long before we have a half-decent camp with so many helping hands. I was concerned the snow might hinder our progress, but our Ishgardian friends are used to working in conditions like these. In spite of the obstacles we faced, our plan proceeds apace. Just a little farther and we will reach the capital itself. Still, we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made fit for purpose, we are to discuss a course of action with Lucia. Would you mind asking Y'shtola and G'raha to join us in that building to the northeast of the camp? Alisei and I will meet you there. A meeting? Yes, I'll make my way over once my head has cleared. In truth, I've been feeling out of sorts since we arrived. The air is thick with a palpable aura of malevolence. 'Tis a monstrous tower on the horizon, jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at this distance, its presence is overwhelming. Much like the sensation I felt in the Tower of Zot, only far more terrifying. Ether flows unceasingly towards it, converging into a swirling mass of unfathomable power. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping to anchor my senses in the here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments. You will be pleased to know most of the Tempered have been quartered inside the nearby buildings and are receiving treatment as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt for commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may be long gone, but everything is exactly how they left it. Considering the length of time that has clearly passed since, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there are no signs of anything having been stolen. It's possible that everyone fled at the first sign of trouble, though it seems to me they've left far too many useful possessions behind. Aye, although there is no conclusive evidence, I strongly suspect they were tempered. Sorry, I was merely thinking aloud. You mentioned a meeting. I will make my way there. We have this nice talisman that will stop our echoless friends from being tempered, but it's so easy to just take it. I'm so scared someone's gonna get tempered. Like, we're in the tempered zone. If anyone loses their talisman, they're just tempered. This is so scary.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city, for therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroid's designs.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers in their ministrations. Of course, I will require a porxia of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with ceruleum heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next. My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
Understood. The machinist will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telothroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
Twould be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino. Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields. I have faith that you will, and look forward to greeting you on your safe return. You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
There's this odd perception that Ishgardians have lived their whole lives in the snow, but it really wasn't that bad before the calamity. And afterwards, well, I was rarely more than a few paces from a raging fire. This dreadful place, on the other hand, is nothing but cold, 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 and it's my understanding that Ilsabard has always been this way. Gods, can you imagine? Gods be good. If it's this cold with Tataru's clothing, I dread to think how we'd fare without it. I must remember to thank her when we next meet. It makes me realize, too, that while the people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like these, even they'd be hard-pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them, and quickly.